Champions League Atletico Madrid vs Real Madrid prediction, team news, lineups preview. Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid reconvene for the second leg of their Champions League last 16 tie at the Metropolitano on Wednesday night, with Los Blancos leading 2-1 after a nail-biting clash last week. Brahim Diaz netted the late winner for Carlo Ancelotti's side at the Bernabeu last Tuesday, after Rodrigo and Julian Alvarez had scored sensational goals for both sides in either half. Match preview. This fixture in the Champions League has always gone Real Madrid's way, whether that be the 2014 and 2016 finals, or the 2017 semifinals, but Atletico should have hope, considering they have lost just one of the last 7 home games against their bitter rivals. In cup competitions, Atleti are unbeaten in the last 5 meetings, winning 4 against Real, and they must win again here if they are to have a chance of progression following last week's defeat. Los Calcaneros have lost the first leg in a Champions League knockout tie on 6 previous occasions, but they have still managed to advance 3 times, with all of those turnarounds coming at home in the second leg. Manager Diego Simeone saw his men achieve that at this stage last season, when they overturned a 1-goal deficit to beat Inter Milan in the last 16 a year ago, and Atletico's sensational home form in Europe suggests this will be devilishly difficult for the reigning champions. The hosts have not lost at home in the knockout stages of the Champions League in 28 years, going unbeaten in 18 matches since Ajax won at the Vicente Calderón in March 1997. However, Atletico did not prepare well for this one, after losing late on at Getafe on Sunday, when Mauro Arambari's double saw Atletico fall to defeat despite leading on 88 minutes, their first loss in that fixture in 25 head-to-heads. That means Atletico have fallen to third, and have played a game more than leaders Barcelona, who remain 1 point ahead of them, so after that slip-up, elimination here would be a huge blow for their entire season. Real Madrid will know they have to be on top form to get the better of their city rivals, especially at this venue, with a raucous crowd behind them. After winning 8 straight away games at the Calderón between 2008 and 2014, Real have since won just 3 in 17, enjoying very little success since Atletico moved to the Metropolitano. Real are yet to win away at Atletico in Europe in 3 previous attempts, but their pedigree in this competition means they will still be the favorites, especially after becoming the first club to play 500 to win 300 in it following last week's win. That success also saw Real win a 5th straight knockout match in the Champions League, as well as going 10 games unbeaten in the knockout stage for the first time in their illustrious history. Los Blancos are also often capable of finishing the job from a winning position, because they have only failed to advance once in 22 previous ties when they have won the first leg against Ajax in 2019 and under Ancelotti. They are 9 from 9 in that regard. Like their upcoming opponents though, Real were very unconvincing at the weekend, despite beating Rayo Vallecano 2-1 to go level on points with Barca. The performance was not there despite taking all 3 points, as Rayo enjoyed more possession and outshot Real 20-10 in a very peculiar game at the Bernabeu on Sunday, and one that should be a wake-up call to Ancelotti's side ahead of this one. Team news. After Cesar Azpilicueta returned to the matchday squad at the weekend, Coke is now the only player set to miss out for Atletico here, with Simeone able to choose from a strong squad. Noel Molina and Robin Lenormand were only 2 players to come into the side against Getafe from the one that started the first leg, and both could keep their places despite the defeat, with the choice between the former and Pablo Barrios set to determine where Marcos Llorente will play. Alvarez's stunning strike at the Bernabeu was his 7th in 9 Champions League games this season, and it saw him become just the third Atleti player to score in successive derbies at the Bernabeu in the 21st century, after Diego Forlan and his strike partner Antoine Griezmann. The importance of the close title race meant Ancelotti picked a very strong Real Madrid team at the weekend, with Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappé, Jude Bellingham and Rodrigo all included in the starting 11. Dani Ceballos is out with a hamstring injury, joining long-term absentees Dani Carvajal and Eder Militao on the sidelines, but Antonio Rudiger and Thibaut Courtois should be fine after they were not involved in the weekend win over Rayo. There were rests for Federico Valverde, Eduardo Camavinga and Ferland Mendy too, but all three should come back into the side as well, and the return of Bellingham from suspension is set to be the only change. With Brahim potentially unfortunate to miss out despite his match-winning contribution last week. Atletico Madrid possible starting lineup: Oblak, Molina, Jimenez, Lenormand, Javi Galán, Simeone, Marcos Llorente, De Paul, Lino, Alvarez, Griezmann. Real Madrid possible starting lineup: Courtois, Valverde, Asensio, Rudiger, Mendy, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Vini Jr., Mbappé. We say, Atletico Madrid 1-1 Real Madrid. Real Madrid have won every previous European tie against Atletico, also finding a way to get over the line in 2 Champions League finals against their local rivals. And they are the favorites to do so again. The advantage is not as healthy as Ancelotti would have liked, and they are likely going to suffer greatly at some point during the evening. But Los Blancos so often find a way. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.